Welcome back to the channel. It's Christy from Christy Planning Out, and Happy New Year. We are in January 2026. Um, I actually planned part of a week in my new. This is a just Scribbles Plans A5 horizontal, and I have it in my cover, but I'm gonna move that out the way because that gets kind of difficult to plan. And we are planning for the week of the 5th through the 11th of January 2026. All right, a new year is upon us, and so let's just flip back through before I go into starting this week. So this is a new setup, and I'm trying to get used to it. It's different. I did just leave. I hope you meet your cousins. There's no regrets, but I want to make sure I'm using it to the best of my ability. I pretty much listed all my appointments over here in the horizontal, and then I had a running to-do list or things I need to keep up with, and then I had a task tracker here, and then basically this is a brain dump, a write it down page, and then a daily page right immediately following. And I think that's the piece of resistance that I love. So um yeah, just making each day fit. I do have some prompts that I tipped in for January, and I have them here. They're kind of small, but I tipped this in because I didn't feel like writing them down. But I have prompts, daily prompts to work in. This is also 2 extra sheets for the month of January that I can write things that if I come across. I decorated the monthly with some stickers I got from Amazon. It was 2 sets for like $5.99, $6, so it's really affordable. Um, I do have affiliate link in my bio, but I really enjoyed the stickers there. And then just at the beginning of every month, there is a priorities page of things that I want to do and lock in. So let me just, because I didn't introduce this in the last video. I took some stickers and stuck it on the front of the cover to kind of make it my own. That helps me feel like I'm breaking it in. It's mine. It doesn't matter. I'm not a perfect planner, but it's something that I don't mind writing in. So I stuck some stickers I received. If you caught any of the videos, some of my planners videos. In the inside cover, I have my word of the year, which is expansion, and place them blooming where I planted, and just using the stuff that I have around me. I'm trying to use up the things. Um, I printed out my name, and I did that over on Canva. And then you have the yearly overview 2026, and this is a 2 volume book. So this is the first volume, which is January through June. And then I have my goals there, and I just wrote what I'm planning to focus on, what I'm doing. I'm still working out the particulars, and I don't have my tracking set up yet. I'm trying to see how the next week goes, and I think I can lock in on some things I'm gonna track on a daily basis for each month. We'll see. I have a lot of planners, so I don't necessarily need that. I just need to figure out what I'm gonna track differently. And this is my January journal prompts, and so here we are. We're planning for January 5th through the 11th, and I have stickers. Boy, do I have stickers, right? I have stickers by Taylormade Creative Planning, and so I had a Black Friday freebie, and then I had some florals because I got a grab bag. I didn't know what to get. I just wanted to purchase something, and so that's what I ended up doing. But I know I'm going back to make a purchase real soon because I want this particular kit that I heard about. So I am going to set up this first page, and I just realized something. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I wanted to find a sticker for the next day. So I am going to continue with this gold because it is old and it was in my video last week, but it is so pretty. And I think it's going with the theme that I'm using. This is a real elegant kit, and I want to make sure I do it justice with some washi and using my washi. So first off, like I said, I'm still getting used to this layout. It is different. So I'm going to do some deco first and then pretty much go from there. Let's start with these over here. These ink splashes. They are really pretty, and I think they go nice with these florals. And I'm just going to start with putting um, that at the top of the page and lining it with a floral sticker. So I hope your week has been going fine. The beginning of the year. This is the first of the week, but I hope that you have had a great start to your new year. All is well on this end. Thankfully, I'm very happy to report that my husband made it through his surgery successfully. It is with pain. He has had a lot of pain, so please keep him in your thoughts. But I am this week. I need a this week sticker. That's why. Listen, I'm all over the place. It is just that I'm trying to get myself together. I have to go to work tomorrow, and I just got a lot of crate, just mine all over the place. So let me see if I have a this week sticker in here. Let me see. Bills. I did some stickers ahead of time. I need to do some more that say what I need them to say. Wrong book. Let's look in this other book. Let's get this. Let me see. Do we have any this week? I have numbers cut out, and I have a washi emoji. Let me see if I can cut that off the emoji because I don't want to mess up the aesthetic. So let's get my scissors and we're gonna do some chopping. Not that I don't appreciate the emojis, but I just need this to say this week. So I'm gonna cut that off. And we're using all the things, right? So let's stick that back in there. Put that off to the side, and we'll say this week. We'll put that right there. And that's nice. I like how that's looking. Okay, so I'm going to put some washi at the bottom here to anchor the page as soon as I get my hands back on it. Okay, I'm just gonna tear a piece here and lay it there. It is a like fantasy once upon a time thing, but I think for the aesthetic of it, it does its purpose. I'm fine with that. And put some stickers back over here. I'm trying to keep this organized as possible. All right. So we're just gonna drop another piece of floral at the bottom. And we have 7 days to do these flowers, so we're gonna stretch them out. But yeah, his surgery went well. It was a 6-hour procedure, and he ended up having surgery on his C3 through C7 of his spinal cavity. So that was quite the undertaking, but I'm thankful everything went well. All right, And so I think that's enough for this because I'm going to fill this in with uh, any appointments or things I need to remember. Over here under focus, I think last week we chose Hello January, being a caretaker for Antoine's surgery. I know I'm going to do something different this week. I was trying to have things done as far in the head as I could, but we only had a 7-day notice to when the surgery was being scheduled, so um, it had some impact on how my week or in the beginning of my year started off, truly. And then, right before that it was Christmas, so it was a time was had. Just put it like that. I'm not going to use up this whole space here, so I can put some more flowers there because I just want to fill up the space. And we have this beautiful Black Friday freebie because that's when I purchased this. And I'm going to, I don't know, because it'll still work. Let's just try. This is my catch-all planner. I do have multiple planners for multiple things, but we're going to use um, this planner for basically everything um, that I need to keep track of in my life. Also, I use the daily pages as journaling pages. So um, I didn't want to start difference in what I was doing. As far as I'm gonna go for the scene. I'm gonna try that. Far as how, what was I saying? I wanted to not change up the size that I was used to using as a journal. So that's the reason why um, I have multiples. I just ripped that. This matte paper, and I'm have to, when I put that back down, I choose to put that down, it would be something there. A daily tracker here. I'm gonna use this different this time around, but actually, I'm not gonna use. We're just gonna use this as a to-do list. That's what we're gonna do. Like I said, y'all on this journey with me because this is a new style planner for me. Um, I did use a similar layout but smaller version of this uh, for work last year for 2025, but it wasn't fully my full life planner. Let's put it like that. So we can just use this as a to-do list. We'll just do that. We have a sticker here that says to do, and I'll put down focus. And I'm going to put this thought on this paper right now because I have a tendency to forget things. So my focus this week is alignment. Let's try to get some stuff together. I don't know. It's so many things that happen when someone has surgery, and then if it's you don't have a whole lot of time to prepare it. We just moved here. We only been here for 2 months. It's just a lot to keep track of. So I need alignment basically, and priorities. I'm gonna write that in too as soon as I find my ink pen. Let's use. I have this purple Kakuna. It comes in handy when I'm right. Let's see. I need to find new doctors for my daughter. Call pharmacy. And then start some paperwork. All right. And so for us to do, I want to keep myself honest on things that I'm doing, starting some new habits. And I need this to be the first thing that I see daily. And so I'm going to, I am learning Spanish. So every day for 15 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes, I am working on Spanish. So I'm right, study Spanish lesson. And the next one is Bible study. And I am reading the Bible in a year. So I am reading like multiple chapters a day, and prayer requests. Some of these are not new, it's just a new way that I'm doing it. And I have to make sure I'm sticking to what I want to do. Also, yoga. And it's to get my body getting older, getting used to how aging is a thing. Like, really, the older you get, you got to keep moving. And mindfulness moments. And that is meditation, usually, or sitting in quietness. And it's my expansion is learning something new daily. So I'm keeping track of all those planners in this one spot here. So when I do those things, I document it in those individual planners. I do have just about a planner for each thing here. Um, Also, my health and fitness, I need to track my water. So drinking 120 ounces plus of H2O. And then the last one's medication and vitamins. All right. I need to finish laundry. I see my list is leaning in. It's just, I don't know. I don't be worried about keeping everything straight at this point. If it's down on paper, that's what matters. Um, Clean bathrooms. Kitchen. Um, Mop and vacuum, because those are go hand in hand for me. Okay. I think that's all I want to keep track of here. I think last week I had more. Let me see. Yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. Social media. I've been taking a intentional turn um, to raise my presence. I just have an overall goal, and everything is aligning to that goal. Okay. I think that's good for now. Let's turn the page here. I'm gonna put this blotter page here so it doesn't transfer to the next page. And this is the weekly overview page, and that's the week where I write down things I want to keep at the top of mind, or more details, or something comes up, jot notes, or if I'm making a phone call and it doesn't go in my commonplace notebook, it goes here. If I have a thought about something I need to do, I write it there as well. That worked for me last week. It's going to, I think, over time, fill in more. But I just want to definitely have a place. Oh, and these are so pretty. Have a place for any kind of random notes, and that leads my daily pages more to journaling, or if I need to do a to-do, a more detailed to-do, I can put it there as well. But this this worked out for me good last week, and I will continue that. So that's how planning works for me. If something doesn't work out, you gotta pivot, do something different, do what fits best. You have an idea of what you want, and then see if it can actually work it. So I know this will probably be way more effective this week because I'm gonna actually be at work. I'm working this week versus having time off and nobody's at the hospital. So this should be a better week in this planner. All right. And so I just want to put some flowers there to go with this. And this is the grab bag. If you're looking at the offset of these, um, I can see why they were in the grab bag. But I also have had a kit by Taylormade before. It was beautiful, so I know that that is not normally an issue, but that's the reason why this was in the grab bag. But I'm fine with that. It looks fine. When it goes down on this cream paper, it does fine. I do have a weekly overview sticker that I printed on washi paper. And it is quite meticulous about getting off. Okay. Let me cut that edge off. I haven't pulled my silhouette out yet because I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to sit it up. I just haven't had time to do printing cuts or going to Silhouette and doing sticker cutting. So everything I've done has been something I already made, or I just printed these out and said, okay, I'll just come out by hand because I have not pulled my cutter out. That's a weekly overview. I think that looks good. Let's see, I might put one more flower on the side to kind of I can give it a cut. Let's try that. Cut it in half and give it a straight edge and have it come off the page. And it gives you more real estate when you do that. And it doesn't take up needed writing space. So trying to be deliberate with where I put stickers and mix them up so that I don't get humps throughout the year. I think I mentioned that last week. Okay, and so we're over here on Monday the 5th. I'm just going to start with some washi tape. And basically, I'm just setting up the skeleton version of this. When I fill it in, it all comes together beautifully because it's already decorated and I have no holdups on it doing my daily journaling. And also, I know if you have like an issue or hangups about journaling and what to journal, getting a journal prompt list from the internet or Chat GPT or wherever are good sources for finding some journal prompts. I know some people were using Coffee Monster Co. journaling prompts that Helen put out on her blog, but she stopped that and going into 2026. So if you're looking for journals prompts, it's a lot of people out on Instagram, TikTok, and all kind of places that are offering journal prompts. If you use some kind of AI assistant and they are familiar and you've used it for a while, it's really helpful. I think if you just try to type in into Chat GPT what you're looking for, as far as what type of journaling do you want to do. I started the year off with some shadow work and growth type prompts, and mine are very specific to me because I use ChatGPT. I call ChatGPT my homegirl because my homegirl have all the answers for me, and I got that from my son. He told me he named his ChatGPT. I don't know about going that far, but I know that I rely on ChatGPT for information or quick to dos or what to come up brainstorming. It takes a lot of pressure off. I know that. So I think I'm going to title these. So we'll just put this over here and put this. It's random, but hey, oh, here's some lipstick. So let's just use this. I'm trying to spread them out and not run out before I get to the Saturday or Sunday. So there's that. This is a real dainty sticker, and I've been ripping them, so I'm trying to be careful. Okay. All right. So that's Monday. It looks nice. Let's flip the page here, and we have a whole page. And I'm good with all my pages matching. I recently posted a reel with me flipping through 2025, and everything everything's pretty much like, well, maybe a group of days were similar, but for the most part, when it came to my daily pages, they were individual days. Well, they were decorated with the individual days in mind. So I wanted to change it up. I think I did that for a couple of years. So I was ready for something different. So with these pages all having the same thing, I am good with that. It takes out the brain creativity. Not brain creativity, I should say it takes out the stress of making a perfect page, especially if you're already decorating. Markers and pens can change the look once you start writing. But I know it was extremely easy for me to just start writing during the week, especially the week I've had. So I appreciate my past self setting up those pages and having them ready to go without having to worry about decorating them. I started doing that towards the end of December of 25, is having my journal pages set up so I didn't have to decorate before I start writing. I can literally just sit down and write because sometimes life gets busy and you don't want to short yourself. So the only thing I need to remind myself is that I have prompts that I need to write in every day. It kind of got past me one day last week, and I ended up having to write multiple prompts on one day because I didn't want to have not answer those questions. But it still worked out. It is your planner, or should I say, this is my planner, and whatever fits my needs at that time will work. So that's how I feel about it. And I think that's what I try to encourage others to realize, that let your book serve your needs. It's easier said than done because seriously, um, comparison is a thief of joy, and we don't want our joy stolen. Nobody should want that, and I definitely don't. So for the fact that I'm not gonna compare my planner to someone else's planner, I love looking at planner pages of other planners, but what I have to be mindful of is I'm not comparing my planner to somebody else's. Everybody doesn't have the same style. Everybody doesn't have the same choice of color and picking. It's all unique to the owner of the planner. So that's what's most important to remember, is that it has it needs to serve its purpose to you. So, okay. So I did start learning Spanish. I'm on I finished day 2 today, the day of this recording, and I did not start on the first because of everything going on. I started a couple days later, but I was still determined because I never started. It would never happen for me. So I was determined. It's like, hey, just do it. Start where you are, and that's the philosophy I had. I'm gonna go down here with these because these are kind of different in color. So I'm putting my far a little away from each other, and yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I just ripped that, but we're gonna put this right next to that. Put it right up there, right next to it, like it didn't happen. And all right, I'm gonna put some ink blotches down on this side because I kind of forgot they were there. So I think I'm trying to go opposite. Yeah, we can go right there. Put this bloom over here. I'm just trying to go through all my things. I'm being intentional with spending this year. And so I want to use all the stickers. And I'm trying to not purchase. I need to save money. I think I fell into a pit of handling grief last year with shopping, and I bought way too many things. Stuff it's gonna take me a while to get through, but it is what it is. But I am aware of it now, and so I'm being intentional about not spending. So now we're on Thursday and Friday. We're moving right along, and put these stickers here and get this washi out. I'm using up washi. I'm using up the things I can, and then I'm going to destash. I owe somebody a destash box right now that I need to work on this week and send it to them. So they're new to planning and just want to make sure I get that stuff out to them. It's been a whole lot easier when I had before we packed, but it's just timing. I'm not even gonna make an excuse. Just I boxed up a lot of stuff ahead of time and didn't think about destashing until after I had a good amount of my stuff boxed up. So now I needed to go through my stuff and pull out stuff I know I'm not going to use versus holding on to it. Okay, so we have that capped in, and I'll put that there. Let's see what we have here. We have this makeup palette. Let's do it Friday. And I'm going to put it right here. I like mixing up the locations. I think it just brings more cohesion when you don't do them uniform and you do it all over the place. I think that helps. I really love how this is turning out. It's really pretty. And let's go over here and put some ink splotches over here. And throw some florals down. I think I have one more piece of this kind of print from Taylormade. And I'm going to go, that's right here in the stack, I believe. I am still organizing. That's why I need to destash, because I need to organize what I am keeping so I can have it right in the forefront. Now I think I did that spot twice on multiple pages, and I need to make sure I don't do that page on any other page. Let's see. Yeah, we have some black. We can go darker. Let's see. I'm gonna go right there with that, and Let's put this notepad right here with the musical notes. Okay. It looks like an ink spill. That's funny. And more, let's do a softer color up here. Up here across the top. Let's just put it down here. And I'm going to go down versus up. I have a pretty big flower right there. And that leaves us about 2 for Saturday and Sunday. Another thing is that Saturday and Sunday always face each other in this planner. And that's nice to have, honestly. So, all right, I'm good with that one. Let's turn the page. And this is the last day of the week. So we're going to do our strips. I don't know if I'm going to use this gold until I run out. I might. That's the thing. And things are being life. Make the simple things simple. You know, and where there's a decision needs to be made, then make the decisions. Turn it off. Okay. I'm getting through it though. This is start off a lot thicker. And I like the gold. It's so pretty. And this is the same gold that I used last week. And it's from One Ton a Million, but it's from like 2019. So I've had this for a good while. But I'm going to use it up because it's very pretty. And I just like the gold against all these flowers. And that might dictate which kit I use next week. Because if I continue and until I use it up, that'll be a good feeling. Just to go through a roll of washing. Because how often does that happen? So I stuck it on the sticker. Okay. So yeah, I was talking about the Spanish. I got back to it. I'm using Duolingo, and I basically started from scratch because again, I've been out of school for 30 years this year, and I'm not relying on the brain to remember stuff that happened yesterday, nevertheless something 30 years ago. So I am starting from the very beginning, but it's going pretty good. I do like the approach that Duolingo has. My son told me about it, and I took his suggestion. It is a nice app, and there's opportunity for you to say words to it, and you to say the words back, and then you do various quizzes and various tests. And so I'm good with it. I do think I am going to use the paid version, but I'm not paying for it a year at a time. I thought about it. Maybe they'll offer a discount later on, but I'm gonna do right now. I'm doing it by month. I'm gonna do it, pay for it, the paid version, because I don't like ads. I can't stand ads. I know I'm supposed to be mindful of my money, but I'm also mindful of my time, and I don't feel like doing ads. All right, so we have 2 pieces left of the flower strip, and I'm gonna place that there. Saturday, I might go a little extra with some markers that day. It's just basically it's based on how I feel when I start journaling, if I get real decorative. And let's see, put this here. That's a different spot. And place that there. And then we have this last set of florals. And that's pretty much it. That sheet is empty. And we have a wax seal. We can place that off to the side there. So that's 2 sheets. We do have some more ink swatches. I can place one up here. And like I said, I can always go back and add more sticker words. But I don't have anything I want to add to these pages. I'm going to keep it. Um, let's put this little. I have this extra piece, but this has got some kind of word edge to it, so we can put that right there. And there's some more words on this one that it's just more than just. This is like a torn piece of paper, and we're gonna stick that down here. And simple, but that is it. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I don't have anything to place in my schedule just yet. Sometimes it just gets filled in during the week. I'll list this week anything that I need to take care of. I'll come back and fill out. But we have a to-do list, and I'm still the jury's still out on the options down at the bottom if I use these habits. But I'll be sure to show when I fill in after the pen. This is the weekly overview page. And then you have the days of the week. You have the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. I appreciate you hanging out with me again. If you like my content, please feel free to share this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I go back, when I put out another video. Well, until then, I hope to talk to you in the next one.